Namaskar, I am Advocate B.R. Bornak. The topic of my today's lecture is the election process of a cooperative housing society having 250 or less than 250 members. Recently, the government of Maharashtra has published election rules in the Gazette dated 7th April 2021 about the election of the managing committees, containing the election rules, how to conduct the elections of the managing committees of cooperative housing societies having 250 or less than 250 members. The Gazette is published on 7th April 2021. Now, as per this Gazette, the classification of cooperative housing societies has been changed. For the cooperative housing societies having more than 250 members as on 31st March of the preceding year, these societies are classified as type C societies, and the cooperative housing societies having 250 or less than 250 members as on 31st March of the preceding year, they are classified now as type E societies. Means the societies having the cooperative housing societies having 250 or less than, or we can say less than or up to 250, that is 250 members, less than or up to 250 members as on 31st March of the preceding year. These societies are now classified as type E societies. Earlier there were only for A, B, C, D, and these societies they were classified as D, but now these 250 members means the cooperative housing societies having less than or up to 250 members, up to 250 members as on 31st March of the preceding year, they are now classified as type E society. We are concerned here with, during this lecture, we are concerned here with the election rules or election process of type E societies, that is the cooperative housing societies having less than or up to 250 members as on 31st March of the preceding year. Now, for E-type societies, by whom to conduct the managing committee elections? So, for the cooperative housing societies having more than 250, that is 250 members, that is type C societies, the elections are to be conducted by the returning officer appointed by the State Cooperative Election Authority, that is SCEA, or by an officer authorized by State Cooperative Election Authority. Means type C societies, that is the cooperative housing societies having more than 250 members, the elections of those societies, they will be conducted by the returning officer appointed by the State Cooperative Election Authority or by an officer authorized by the State Cooperative Election Authority. We are concerned here during today's lecture for the election rules of type E societies, that is cooperative housing societies having 250 or less than 250 members. Now, for those societies, the cooperative housing societies having less than or up to 250 members as on 31st March of the preceding year, these societies are called as type E societies, and elections of those societies, they are now to be conducted by the returning officer appointed by the managing committee of the society, and this returning officer who is to be appointed by the managing committee of the society, he must be from the panel of the returning officers, and this panel of the returning officers, that is approved by the State Cooperative Election Authority, and this panel, the list of these returning officers, that is the panel that is maintained by the divisional joint registrar of the respective division, or from among the members of the same society. If the managing committee doesn't want to appoint the returning officer from the panel, then the managing committee can appoint any member of the same society as a returning officer who is not desirous to contest the election. Means the member, any member of the society can also be appointed as a returning officer to conduct the elections of such type of society, provided that person to be appointed as a returning officer, he should not be desirous to contest the election, means he should not be the candidate for the election. So there are two options for appointing returning officer. The returning officer is to be appointed by the managing committee. That returning officer can be appointed from the panel of returning officer approved by the State Cooperative Election Authority and maintained by the Divisional Joint Registrar. Or the managing committee can appoint any member of the society as the returning officer who is not desirous to contest the election of the managing committee. Now let us have the rules or the entire election process for the cooperative housing societies having 250 or less than 250 members as per the gazette published by the government of Maharashtra on 7th April 2021. Now first of all, let us see the procedure of appointment of the returning officer. Appointment of the returning officer, this procedure is mentioned under Rule 76B of the new rules. The returning officer to conduct the election of the managing committee, he is appointed by the managing committee of the society from the panel of returning officers approved by the State Cooperative Election Authority and maintained by the Divisional Joint Registrar, or from among the members of the same society who are not desirous to contest the election. This returning officer is to be appointed before 60 days of the expiry of the tenure of the existing committee. Then appointment of returning officer, that is to be communicated to the registrar by the managing committee that the managing committee has appointed the returning officer to conduct election of the managing committee of the society. Further, no auditor, employee or any member of outgoing managing committee of the society to be appointed as returning officer, means auditor or employee or any member of the outgoing managing committee cannot be appointed as a returning officer even though they are on the panel of the returning officers. The returning officer shall undergo training to election from any district housing cooperative federation or any training institute notified by the state government from time to time. Means the person who has been appointed as returning officer, either he must be a trained returning officer or a trained returning officer, that is who has undergone the training conducted by the district housing cooperative federation or any training institute notified by the state government from time to time, or if he has not already undergone, then he will have to undergo such a training. Okay, then if committee of the society fails to appoint returning officer, then the registrar shall appoint the returning officer from the panel. If the committee fails to appoint the returning officer before 60 days of the expiry of the tenure of the existing managing committee, then the matter can be put before the registrar, and then the registrar will take initiation to appoint the returning officer from the panel of the returning officers. And in that case, that the returning officer appointed by the registrar, he will conduct the elections of that respective society. Now further, once the returning officer is appointed, next step, that is preparation of electoral roll, that is list of voters of the society. And as per this is as per rule 76C. Initially, the society will have to prepare a provisional list of voters. This provisional list of voters to be prepared and published by the society at least 60 days before the election in the year in which the election of such society is due to be held. Means this provisional list of voters is to be prepared and published by the society, that is the responsibilities of the managing committee by the society, at least 60 days before the election. Means the process of election of type E societies, that is the society is having 250 or less than 250 members, it starts well in advance, that is from the date prior to the 60 days before the election, means before the tenure of the existing managing committee ends. Means at least 60 days period process the society will have to undergo to conduct the entire election process. Here the provision list of voters is to be prepared and published, that is to be published on the notice board of the society, published by the society at least 60 days before the election. Okay, then the provisional list of voters shall comprise of all the members on the date of the publication of provisional voters list as per the register of members maintained by such society in Form I and list of members maintained in Form J of the Maharashtra Cooperative Societies Rules 1961. Means in the list of voters, the names of members appearing in I register and J register, they are to be included in the list of voters, that is provisional list of voters. Further, the secretary of such society or the authorized officer appointed by the registrar, in case, because on some societies authorized officers are appointed by removing the committees, in that case this is applicable. If the managing committee is there, then the secretary of such society or the authorized officer appointed by the registrar, in case where the committee is superseded, shall publish the provisional list of voters on the notice board of the society and shall deliver copy of it to the office of the registrar and also make available the same to all the members through written notice with acknowledgement or by any electronic mode. Means the list of the provisional members that is to be submitted to the office of the registrar, that is to be published on the notice board, and that is to be made available to all members of the society. Further, particulars to be included in the provisional list of voters as per rule 76D, particulars of every person entitled to be registered as voter. Then this particular in what order? First surname, then name, then father or husband's name, thereafter age and gender. These are personal details. Thereafter address as recorded in the register of members. Thereafter such other particulars as may be necessary to identify the member if required, if available and if required. Provisional list of voters to be prepared in alphabetical order. Then this provisional list of voters that is to be prepared in Form E3 provided with the principal rules. See, with the principal rules published in 2014, in those along with the principal rules, various forms are prescribed, various forms are provided, and this E3 form, that is for provisional list of voters. So this provisional list of voters, that should be in Form E3. Thereafter once the provisional list of voters that is published by the secretary or authorized officer, then the option is given to the members to submit their claims or objections, or to write the secretary of the authorized officer for correction of their names, etc. If required, if correction is required. See, that is claims and objections to the provisional list of voters and the final list of voters, that is as per Rule 76E. See, within 10 days from the date of publication of the provisional list of voters, any omissions and errors in respect of name, address or any other particulars in the list may be brought to the notice of the returning officer in writing by any member, associate or joint or provisional member concerned. Means they can bring to the notice of the returning officer if any correction is required. If any claim, objection or correction is required, then in writing stating the grounds on which the claim is based or the objection are raised. Means grounds are to be mentioned in the letter to be submitted in writing for such claims, objections or corrections. Then the returning officer, after making inquiries, gives his decision. He will have to give his decision in writing within 10 days from the last date for receiving the claims or objections. See, this is time scheduled program, means time schedule is given for each action for each stage as per the election rules. Then the returning officer will have to give his decision after making summary inquiry. He will have to give his decision in writing within 10 days from the last date for receiving the claims or objection. And thereafter, final list of voters that is to be published within 10 days from the last date prescribed for receiving the claims or objections. This final list of voters that is published by the returning officer, and this final list is to be published, that is in form E3 in bracket 1, E3 1. The list so finalized shall be final list of voters. Once the list is finalized, that is final, and the elections will be conducted as per the final list of voters. This copy of the final list of voters to be displayed on the notice board of the society within a period of 2 days after its preparation. Further, written consent regarding voting rights, that is as per Rule 76F. If any member, that is main member, if he wants to transfer his voting right to his associate or joint member, then that member will have to give his consent in writing. That is consent in writing to the returning officer regarding transfer of voting right to associate or joint member. This consent is to be given in writing to the returning officer by the main member within 10 days from the date of publication of the provisional list of voters. If the society has any member as legal body, that is partnership, firm, private limited company, public limited company, or any other body, corporate or government organization, then in that case that legal body will have to authorize any representative to cast the vote in the election of the society. Then that legal body will have to submit, provide in writing on its letterhead with suitable resolution the name of representative duly authorized to vote at the election on its behalf, and this information or letter that is to be given to the returning officer within 10 days from the date of publication of the provisional list of voters. Now, once these formalities are complete, then the returning officer will have to prepare the election program, time scheduled election program, that is as per the provided rules. The election officer will have to declare this election program. He will have to publish the election program, that is declaring election program and conducting elections. The provisions are given under Rule 76G. The returning officer to draw and declare a program of various stages of election within 7 days of the display of final list of voters, the returning officer will have to prepare, draw and prepare and declare this election program within 7 days of the display of final list of voters. See, let us have a look on stage-wise time scheduled program. First, election program declaration, that is within 7 days of the display of the final list of voters. Thereafter, last date for making nominations, that is within 5 days from the declaration of election program. Thereafter, date of publication of the list of nominations received, as and when received, till the last date fixed for making nominations. Means as and when the nominations are received by the returning officer, he will have to prepare the list and he will have to publish it, the names of the members who have submitted their nomination papers to contest the election. That is date of publication of the list of nomination received, that is as and when received, till the last date fixed for making nomination. Further says, that is scrutiny of nomination. Scrutiny of nomination is on next day of the last date for making nominations. Further stage, that is publication of list of valid nominations after scrutiny, that is on next day after the date of completion of scrutiny. Further stage, that is date by which candidature may be withdrawn. See, for that period, within the period is given within 15 days from the date of publication of list of valid nominations after scrutiny. Further stage, publication of final list of contesting candidates and allotment of election symbols. Time given, that is the day next succeeding the last day fixed for withdrawal of candidature. The next stage, date, time and place of special general body meeting in which the poll shall be taken or declaration of uncontested election. That time period given is, that is not earlier than 7 days but not later than 15 days from the date of publication of final list of contesting candidates, and this time and place that is to be fixed by the returning officer, but days that not earlier than 7 days and not later than 15 days. Then next stage, that is date, time and place for counting votes. If election is held, if poll is held, then the date, time and place for counting votes, that is not later than 3rd day from the date of which the poll shall be taken, and this time and place that is to be declared by the returning officer. But the date, time and place for counting votes, that is not later than 3rd day from the date on which the poll shall be taken. And next stage, that is date of declaration of result of voting. That time period is given, that is immediately after the counting of votes. This means in this schedule, according to these stages and within this time schedule, the returning officer will have to draw and declare election program. He will have to publish the election program on the notice board of the society, and will have to communicate to members as well as to the office of the registrar. So, manner of publication of election program, that is given under Rule 76 G2. The returning officer to publish election program on the notice board of the society and circulate the same to all the members electronically or by hand delivery or by registered post or by courier, along with the notice of special general body meeting with date, time and venue in which the election will be conducted if required. Then notice shall contain information regarding number of vacancies to be filled by election and number of reserved seat as per Act and the bylaws. So this will be the manner of publication of election program. and the things to be contained in the notice. Further, now this actual election process that is started, it starts with the nomination of candidates, that is as per rule 76H. Nomination papers are in form E5. E5 is the prescribed form to submit the nomination paper. This nomination paper in form E5 is to be supplied free of cost by the returning officer to the members who want to contest the election for the managing committee. Then nomination paper to be signed by two members, one as the proposer and the other as seconder, whose names are included in the final list of voters. Means the names of proposer and seconder, they must be included in the final list of voter. In that nomination paper, there is a declaration signed by the candidate expressing his willingness to stand for the election. Everything is given in that form E5, you will find there. Copy of, if any candidate is contesting from the reserve category, which is on caste basis, then copy of caste certificate issued by the competent authority be attached for the candidate contesting for the reserve seat as per section 73B. Further, the returning officer to enter serial number on the nomination paper and certify the date and time at which the nomination paper has been received by him, and immediately give a written acknowledgement to the concerned member who has given that nomination paper to the returning officer. Further, at close of the time fixed for the receipt of nomination papers, the returning officer will have to prepare a list of nomination received and declare it as and when received till the last date fixed for making nominations. As and when the nominations are received, the returning officer will have to prepare list of nomination received and he will have to declare the names of the members who have submitted their nomination papers. This is till the last date provided for submitting the nomination papers, and immediately the final list, that is the total, indicating total number of members who have submitted their nomination papers. This list will have to be published by the returning officer and it will have to be put on the notice board of the society. Then no person shall be nominated as a candidate for election if his name does not appear in final list of voters or he is disqualified to be the member of the committee under the provisions of the Act, rules or the bylaws. If the name is not there in the final list, then that person, that member cannot be nominated as a candidate for the election. Or if any member has been disqualified to become a managing committee member as per the provisions of the Act, rules and bylaws, then that member also cannot be nominated as a contestant for the election to the managing committee. Now, if elections are required to be taken, that is poll that is required to be taken, then symbols are to be given, to be distributed to the contesting candidates. See, symbols may be chosen by the candidates at the election from among those specified by the State Cooperative Election Authority. The symbols are to be chosen among the symbols provided by the specified by the State Cooperative Election Authority. But any symbol which are associated with recognized political parties should not be allowed. Means if any member wants any symbol associated with the recognized political party, then that symbol cannot be allotted to that member. Further, deposits. For deposits for contesting the election, for candidate other than SC/ST category, rupees 500 deposit is required to be paid, and for SC/ST candidate category, then rupees 200 is required to be paid at deposit, election deposit. This deposit is to be deposited with the returning officer as deposit to contest the election. Further, once the nomination list, that is the list of nomination receipt, that is published by the returning officer, then next step, that is scrutiny of nomination. That for scrutiny of nomination, scrutiny by the returning officer at the appointed hour, means that in election program, that time is given, day and time is given. At that time, scrutiny of the nomination papers received, they are undertaken by the returning officer. While scrutiny, to examine the nomination papers, to decide all objections made by any candidate or his proposer or seconder in respect of any nomination, either to accept or reject any nomination on such objection or on his own motion after summary inquiry, if any. So this is the process of scrutiny of the nomination papers. Nomination papers not to be rejected on minor grounds such as spelling and clerical mistakes, incorrect voter list number, etc. Means on this clerical on the basis of clerical mistakes or clerical errors, nomination papers cannot be rejected. There must be specific grounds for rejecting the nomination paper. What are those grounds to reject the nomination papers? First, if the nomination paper is not signed or filled, and or if the candidate is disqualified to be elected under the Act, rules or the bylaws of the society. So these are the grounds to reject the nomination papers. That is, nomination paper is not signed or filled, or the candidate is disqualified to be elected under the Act, rules or the bylaws. On these grounds only the nomination paper can be rejected. On clerical ground, clerical mistake, nomination papers cannot be rejected. Now further step, that is withdrawal of nomination papers. Once the list is published by the, after scrutiny, the list of eligible candidate, that is published by the returning officer. After that, the time period is given to withdraw the nomination paper. By means here, if any member who has submitted his nomination paper and that in scrutiny that nomination paper is declared as valid, then that member has option to withdraw his nomination by notice in writing in form E6. This notice in writing, that is to be given, submitted by the concerned member to the returning officer in form E6. Okay? At any time after the presentation of nomination paper, but within the time specified in the election program for such withdrawal. And for withdrawal, time period is that is given in the election program, that should be within 15 days from the date of publication of list of valid nominations after scrutiny. Further, the returning officer to prepare a list of such candidates who have withdrawn their candidature, and a notice of withdrawal of candidates once given shall be irrevocable. Once any candidate withdraws his candidature, that is nomination paper, then that shall be irrevocable. Once withdrawn, always withdrawn. Means, and this list of the candidates who have withdrawn their candidature, this list is prepared by the returning officer, and this is to be published on the notice board of the society. Thereafter, next is, that is preparation of a list of contesting candidates, that is as per rule 76M. The returning officer to prepare and declare a final list of contesting candidates on the notice board of the society in form E7. See, after withdrawal of the candidature, the remaining contestants, the remaining members or remaining candidates, they are called as contesting candidates, and the list of contesting candidates, the returning officer will have to prepare and declare as a final list of contesting candidates in form E7, and that is to be published on the notice board of the society, containing the names in alphabetical order as per the list of voters and the addresses as given in the nomination paper. Means this list the names in this list, final list of contesting candidates, that is to be prepared as per their name in the voters list and address as per the nomination paper. Where a poll becomes necessary to consider the choice of symbols, means if for any category the number of candidates are more than the actual seats to be filled in that case the poll will be necessary, poll will take place. In that case the candidates are allowed symbols as per their choice given by them in the nomination paper, allotting a different symbol to each candidate. Then if more candidates have preferred the same symbol, to allot symbols on first come first served basis, which shall be final. If more than 30% of total contesting candidates form the group and demand a common symbol by common written application signed by all the concerned candidates, then the returning officer may allot them a common symbol. In that case these candidates, they will be treated as a panel. They form group. That group is treated as a panel, and they can campaign as a panel, and they can appeal for vote to that symbol. Means that common symbol can be given to a group if more than 30% of the total contesting candidates they come together and submit joint application signed by all to the returning officer. To inform every candidate the symbol allotted to him and be supplied with a specimen provided by the State Cooperative Election Authority. In this case, every candidate is informed about the symbol allotted to him or her, and the specimen is also provided. Specimen as prescribed, as provided by the State Cooperative Election Authority, that specimen is also given to the concerned candidate. Further, the poll, that is as per rule 76N. Now to conduct the poll, if for any constituency the number of candidates does not exceed the number of candidates to be elected, the returning officer to declare them to have been elected. Means the number of candidates does not exceed the number of candidates to be elected. In that case all candidates they are declared elected unopposed. All candidates they are declared elected. Further, if the number of candidate exceeds the number to be elected for any constituency, then the returning officer shall arrange for conducting a poll on the date and time fixed. He can appoint as many polling officers as required for conducting the poll. Then canvassing at the place of election shall be prohibited. Before poll starts, empty ballot box to be shown and then locked it up, and after his seal, the candidate, if desires, may also affix his own seal, that is also allowed. Then supply of ballot paper containing names of candidates, seal of the society, initials of the returning officer on reverse of the ballot paper, a column for the voter to mark X against the names to whom he wants to vote. Further, the member on receiving the ballot paper shall forthwith proceed to one of the polling compartments, make a mark on the ballot paper with the instrument supplied for the purpose. Every voter is entitled to give as many votes as there are for the seats to be filled. Further, fold the ballot paper so as to conceal his vote. Then insert the ballot paper, folded ballot paper, into ballot box. Quit the polling station. No voter is allowed to enter a polling compartment when another voter is inside it. If the identity of any member is challenged by any candidate, then the election officer can conduct summary inquiry and decide whether he should be allowed to vote or not. His decision will be final. All voters present before it is closed shall be issued the ballot paper and allowed to vote. Means before close of the poll, whoever are there present there, they all should be issued ballot papers and they all should be allowed to vote. Further, postponement of election, if at any stage interrupted or obstructed by any riot, etc. If there is interruption, obstruction by riot, etc., then the returning officer has a right to postpone the election, to stop the election at that stage and postpone the election. Before doing this, you will have to record the reason in minutes book of the special general body meeting, so called, display on notice board and report to the registrar. So this is the process when actually poll is to be taken place and the acts to be carried out done by the returning officer. Then after poll is over, then counting of votes and declaration of result as per rule 76O. Counting of votes immediately after polling is completed. Counting of number of valid votes received by each candidate, number of invalid votes, and declare the names of successful candidates. This is a process of counting of votes. When an equality of vote is there, determination of the person or persons to whom an additional vote is deemed to have been given to be made by lots to be drawn in presence of the returning officer and candidates who may desire to present. In case of equality of votes, then by lot system, that is lottery, one name is that is to be that one slip, that is by lottery method. One on cheat paper, names are mentioned on different sheet, and any one sheet that is taken out, and that candidate is declared as elected. That candidate is deemed to have been allotted or given that additional vote, and he is declared as elected in case of equality of votes. The candidate to whom the highest number of valid votes have been given is declared elected. The result of election is certified in form E17. The result is submitted to the registrar within 2 days from the declaration of result and published it on the notice board of the society. Then the registrar thereafter shall constitute the committee within 15 days from the receipt of form E17 from the returning officer. The registrar will have to constitute the committee within 15 days from the date of receipt of E17 form from the returning officer. Thus, the entire process is completed in this manner. Thereafter, custody of papers relating to election, that is as per rule 76P, to be carefully preserved in a box duly locked and sealed by the returning officer, and hand it over to the secretary or an authorized officer of the society, preservation for a period of 6 months, and to destroy thereafter. However, if the result of the election is disputed, the records pertaining to election shall be preserved until the final decision of the dispute. See, means after election is over, election result is declared, the managing committee is constituted by the registrar, then the election papers, that is record of the election papers, they are to be preserved by the returning officer. They are to be put in a box duly locked and sealed by the returning officer, and they are to be handed over to the secretary of the newly elected committee or an authorized officer of the society. The managing committee will have to preserve the record for a period of 6 months, and if there is no any dispute, the election is not challenged, after 6 months the managing committee can destroy the election record, election papers. However, if the result of the election is disputed, the records pertaining to election shall be preserved until the final decision of the dispute. Further, first meeting of elected members as per Rule 76Q. This meeting is to be called by the returning officer for electing office bearers on a fixed date. This meeting is to be called on a fixed date. Notice to every member of the committee, newly elected member of the committee, notice at least 7 days before the date fixed. And this meeting, meeting is to be conducted after within 15 days after constitution of the committee. That is as per the provisions of bylaw. Bylaw number 122A is there. As per that bylaws, the meeting of the newly elected committee, that is to be conducted within 15 days from the date of constitution of the committee. And the notice is to be given for every member of the committee, and this notice now, as per the new rules, these rules, the notice is to be given by the returning officer at least 7 days before the date fixed. Notice in writing with an acknowledgement from the concerned member, and in that notice, what shall be there? The notice shall contain the number of officers to be elected and the date, place and time of the meeting. The business transacted in this meeting shall be recorded in the minute book of the society, and the same shall be communicated to the registrar. This minutes of the first meeting of the newly elected committee. Now this is the entire process of conducting the election of the newly as per the new rules published by the government of Maharashtra. Now in nutshell, let us have a look on summary of complete election process right from the beginning. First, appointment of returning officer before that time period, that is before 60 days of expiry of the tenure of the existing committee. Second step, publication of provisional list of voters, time period at least 60 days before the election, and this provisional list of voters, that is to be published in form E3. Third stage, submission of claims, objections for correction, etc., that is to be submitted within 10 days from the date of publication of provisional list of voters. Next stage, decision of returning officer on claims, objections for corrections, etc., that is within 10 days from the last date for receiving the claims or objections. Next stage, publication of final list of voters, time period within 10 days from the last date for claims or objections, and this final list of voters, that is to be published in form E3 in bracket 1. Next stage, consent for transfer of voting rights by the members to associate or joint member. This consent is to be given to returning officer, time period within 10 days from the date of publication of provisional list of voters. Next stage, election program declaration within 7 days of the display of the final list of voters. Next stage, last date for making nominations within 5 days from the declaration of election program. Next stage, date of publication of list of nominations received as and when received till last date fixed for making nomination. Next stage, date of scrutiny of nominations, that is on next day of the last date for making nomination. Further, next stage, publishing list of valid nominations after scrutiny. Next day after the date of completion of scrutiny. Next step, date by which candidature may be withdrawn, time within 15 days from date of publication of list of valid nominations. Next stage, publication of final list of contesting candidates and allotment of election symbols, time the day next succeeding the last day fixed for withdrawal of candidature. Next stage, date, time and place of a special general body meeting in which the poll shall be taken or declaration of uncontested election, time not earlier than 7 days but not later than 15 days from the date of publication of final list of contesting candidates. time and place to be fixed by the returning officer. Next is date, time and place for counting votes not later than third day from the date on which the poll are taken. Time and place to be fixed by returning officer. Next stage, declaration of results of voting. Time immediately after the counting of votes. That this the result is declared in form E17. Next stage, constitution of committee by the registrar. Time within 15 days from receipt of form E17 from the returning officer. Next stage, meeting of elected members of committee for electing office bearers. Notice by returning officer at least 7 days before meeting date and meeting within 15 days of constitution of the committee as per bylaw number 122A. Next stage, handing over election papers and preservation period. Returning officer to hand over papers to the secretary or representative for preservation for a period of 6 months and destroy thereafter. If election is disputed, the record to be preserved until the final decision of the dispute. So this was summary of the complete election process and cooperative housing societies having 250 or less than 250 members. The entire election process is of minimum 60 days as as discussed during our lecture and as per the election summary of the complete election process just now submitted before you. So this was about the new election rules or election process for the cooperative housing societies having 250 members or less than 250 members, which societies come now under type E category society, type E societies. So this was today's lecture on new election process, new election rules. The lecture ends here. Thank you very much.